Game officials for this game have been licensed and assigned by the International Ice Hockey Federation. The referees of the game are Lassi Heikkinen, Christian Wittman, the linesmen are Lauri Mikulainen, Raavis Sulta. The starting six lineup for Team Belarus. Goalkeeper, number 31, Danny Taylor. Defenders, number 14,
Welcome back to Latvia, Sweden, and Belarus about to meet as we get a look at Mikhail Zakharov, the head coach of Belarus. Belarus coming off an opening day defeat. Looking to get back into the win column. Look at Igor Sharangovich, the captain of Belarus, and Sweden also coming off a loss. That was yesterday. Per Lindholm, one of the Swedish players, looking to get them into the win column in this game. And there's young Lundqvist, the defenseman of the New York Rangers, first-round draft pick. As Sweden and Belarus get set to meet. In nets for Sweden for this game. It'll be Adam Riedeborn, his first IIHF event, plays KHL in Kazan. And at the other end of the ice, Danny Taylor, who came in relief in game one, stopped 25 of 26, 1.27 goals against average. He will start for Belarus. Carl Klingberg starts on the near side, number 48 for Sweden, a three-point game in the loss against Denmark. First time Denmark had beaten Sweden in World Championship play. And Klingberg will send this into the Belarus zone, and this one gets underway. Per Lindholm gives chase, so does Klingberg. Played around the boards, and Sergei Kostitsyn will deflect it all the way down the ice. Lundqvist goes back for it. Lundqvist gets some support there from Per Lindholm. Lindholm turned it over inside his own line, and a quick wrist shot that sailed over top the net off the stick of Igor Sharangovich. It was a 4-2 game. Sharangovich had a penalty shot to try and pull Belarus to within one with still plenty of time left in that opening night game. There's a penalty coming up to Belarus. And Sharangovich was unable to score. Ricard Raquel back into his own end. On for POTUS. He'll play it through, looking for Kempe. And this gets intercepted, and the Swedish power play will go to work.
And it's a high sticking call to their captain, Sharangovich. And he'd already changed and gone to the bench. The follow through with the shot goes up and connects to the face. And so for Sweden, can't really tell you much about their power play because they didn't get an opportunity against Switzerland in their opening match, but they've got some firepower out there, and Tomernes, who had a goal in the game against Switzerland, and Raquel, who wasn't that prominent in that game, perhaps looking to redeem himself here.
Dave, we talked before the game, and that was your concern from a Belarus standpoint, was would they be able to stay out of the penalty box against a quicker Swedish team?
They were playing in-your-face hockey against the Czech Republic. And I mean, it just, sorry, Slovakia, and it was their undoing.
And a double minor to Sharon Govich. Tomarnis lets the shot go. Back to the line it goes. Tomarnis has it again in for Olofsson. Olofsson takes it off the circle on the near side, gets it down to the goal line for Kempe. Back at the line, Tomarnis back for Kempe. Kempe to the goal line. Olofsson up top. And right back down it goes. Kempe got knocked down at the side of the net. Ricard Raquel is in the high slot. Chased to the far side by Lundqvist. Tomarnis will hold this in. Plays it on for Ricard Raquel, down for Olofsson. Back for Tomarnis. And the one-timer from Lundqvist. And he whistled that one wide. Nils Lundqvist. Olofsson for Kempe. Back for Olofsson. Tomarnis from the line. That shot blocked. Comes right back to Olofsson. Tomarnis, Olofsson walks it in, rifled that one, and that went right into the shin pads of Big Felkovsky. Cleared to the line, and now it will get poked out by Drozd. As Drozd got enough of that, and now he'll scamper to the bench for the change.
Some good puck movement by Sweden, initiating shots from the point, but some blocked shots by Belarus.
There's the drop. Sorensen will carry it in. Sorensen gets leveled on the far side by Balin. And now a chance for Platt, short-handed, and the shot off the left shoulder of Rederborn.
He's going to that far glove side, and he's zipping around again, Jeff Platt.
Back for Korobov, and he'll send this power play for Sweden all the way back to regroup. And now into the back half of the double minor. Belarus killed 3 of 5 in the opening game against Slovakia. And as Dave mentioned, Sweden did not have a power play in the game against Denmark. Pilot goes back to regroup, the former Buffalo Sabre. There's the drop. And with some speed, here comes Ricard Raquel. Through for Kempe. Kempe will dish it off. Sweden back in on the attack. Olofsson now working on the other side. Plays it back at the line. Tomarnis for Lundqvist. Lundqvist will take it off the sideboards. Back for Tomarnis. He'll get the return pass from Olofsson and another block. And again, this will get cleared down the ice. Drozd with another key play on the penalty kill.
And it is Sweden once again trying to set up a point shot, and they're not getting through so far. Credit Belarus for helping out the goaltender Danny Taylor.
Sweden got spoiled a couple of years ago when they had Oliver Ekman-Larsson back there directing traffic. This gets sent all the way down the ice again.
Well, in 2019, they had William Nylander putting up a lot of points at the World Championship. 18 in the 8 games he played.
In across for Sorensen, pulls up. He'll play it back for Pilot. Pilot back for Sorensen. They play give and go. Sorensen walks it in, doesn't shoot it. Try to get it down to the goal line. Good defensive play there by Komarov. As Korobov got a stick in that, back for Lindbergh, the quick shot, and that got turned away. And Belarus is going to escape with a couple of key penalty kills.
Terrell shot in the arm for their team early in this game.
3 shots on the power play. Sorensen comes in. That shot got blocked as well. He's going down to one knee was Lisovitz. Shot from the line. That changed directions and just missed glove side as Danny Taylor, the netminder, was trying to track it through traffic. Cleared and carried right back in. Max Freeberg will play it back to the line, and this gets away from Victor Louvre. Rederborn will come out and swings it across for Dahlback. First World Championship for Klaus Dahlback. 170 NHL games under his belt. This gets played in. Par Lindholm goes in after it. Lindholm works it free. Gets it back for Dahlback. Dahlback for Lindbergh. Quick shot. That never got to the net. taken and cleared around by Komarov. And it's back out at center for Lindbergh. Komarov keeps an eye on him. To the line. Klingberg will chase this down. Carl Klingberg gets the return pass. That slap shot is way wide. And Tomernis will have to backtrack. Gets it on for Lundqvist. Back for Tomernis. Finds a little bit of room. Flips a backhander that goes off the glove of Korobov. And Danny Taylor's going to hang on to it. Face off in the Belarus zone, so Belarus has now killed off 5 of 7 after that double minor to Sharon Govich. Budis plays this deep into the Belarus zone. Platt watches it bounce out to center ice. Budis back into his own end for Pilot. Drop back for Par Lindholm. For Lundestrom. Lundestrom will send it in. Take it in behind the net. Played around, and Olofsson will chase it down. Olofsson sends it back for Rickard Rakell. Rakell plays it all the way back for Olofsson. Olofsson takes a look. No lane to get it back to the blue line. Stays with it, though. Turns to the forehand. Spins it all the way around for Lundestrom. And Lundestrom got it jammed up against the boards. Godola gets it out to center no further. Rickard Rakell carries it back in. Snapshot by Rakell goes off a body, never gets to the net. And back for Belarus, bouncing puck. Taylor had to be careful with that. And Lopachuk sends it across. Takes the return pass from Balin. Lopachuk goes wide on Louvre. Lopachuk will send it back at the line. Wrist shot through traffic. Save made. Rebound. Oh, what a chance in front of the net for Stefanovic.
Victor Louvre just saved the opening goal. My goodness. Stefanovic had enough time to read a book, and he still couldn't get it in.
Kempe back at the line for Louvre. Lets the wrister go. That got blocked by Taylor. Played back to the line. Sorensen for Louvre. And that goes off a body and bounces out to center ice. Dahlback will play it back, and Louvre will dish it off. Freeberg will send it in. Sharon Govich gets back to poke it away. This gets set around the boards by Antonov. Doesn't get out. And Freeberg will chase it down. Freeberg takes a jolt from Antonov. Into the slot it goes. Wrist shot. Good left pad save. Quick release there from Wingerly. Tomernis for Mario Kempe. Watched by Sharon Govich. Kostitsin tries to rub him out. Can't. And the puck grabbed off and snapped off the boards and back out to center by Lisovitz. Lundqvist on for Klingberg. Klingberg goes wide, got taken down, and we have an injured player.
Oh, I think he got a skate or a knee to the face, and he is not responding at the moment. Klingberg was trying to go over him as the check came towards the boards. Getting looked at right now, and They immediately summoned for the athletic trainer to come over.
And everyone, both teams, the officials. And there's Carl Klingberg looking on.
On the offside play, Klingberg was trying to avoid getting hit. Tried to almost jump over. Seeing some movement from the upper extremities.
Now signaling for the stretcher to come on out. It is a scoreless tie here in period one. So Yevgeny Lesovitz gets stretchered off the ice here. After the collision along the near side boards with Carl Klingberg.
The encouraging part was he had waved to the crowd, had seen the lower extremities move a little bit as well. Neck brace and stretchered out to be looked at.
Korobov will play this out through center ice. Podash will send it in. Alexei Podash, Prince Albert Raider. Korobov, big hit on the far side, puck out at center, and Klingberg has some room. Klingberg tees it up, wires it over top the net, short side. As he was looking up blocker side. Balin sends a lead pass out. Gets to center ice no further as Komarov was unable to handle it. Korobov on for Balin, up for Platt. Platt takes it wide. Platt lets it go to the short side. That got blocked. Sent around. Antonov will play it back into the corner. Kadola gets it back at the blue line. Shot through some traffic. Reardon makes the save on that. Nakarenko plays it. Antonov with the blast, and I'm going to say this came out and an offside called against Belarus. No score here in the opening period, Sweden and Belarus.
The 2021 IIHF ad, powered by Skoda. Download it now from the Apple App Store and Google Play. Skoda. Simply clever.
Over in the other rink, Kazakhstan and Finland are scoreless as well. Kazakhstan, the other team that came up in 2019 from the D1 championship. Austria and France were relegated. Belarus, of course, was the other team. Kazakhstan finished first in that D1 playoff. Sweden in on the attack. Sorensen trying to jam it to the short side. Loose puck in front. Grabbed off by Stefanovic, who had that glorious scoring opportunity, only to be stopped by Victor Louvre. And Lopachuk couldn't get a stick on this, and an icing is going to be called against Belarus.
Stefanovic just couldn't cash in, Dennis. And we're seeing here a pass out front to Kempe. He couldn't get it up over the shoulder of the goaltender Taylor, and following up is Rasmussen. Danny Taylor, solid so far for his team at the World Championship.
Freeberg trying to work it free from Felkovsky. This gets snapped off the boards by Nestorov out to center, and Mario Kempe will play it back into his own end. Up across for POTUS. He'll dish it off, comes all the way around the boards. Battle in the corner, and Felkovsky will lift it out. Pilot knocks it down. Nestorov pressures him, and Freeberg plays it across. No room for Mario Kempe. And Sweden back on the regroup. Kempe will throw it all the way back for POTUS in his own end. POTUS on his way to the bench will play it back for Pilot, and he'll park in behind his netminder until they complete the line change. Pilot works it to center, lifts it in. Off the backboards. Platt waits for it. Up on the near side boards, waiting for that pass from Korobov that never did get to him. That allows Sweden to control. Louvre with the shot, and Danny Taylor snares that out of midair.
It's a fancy save by the goaltender, seeing through traffic. Sent back to the point for Louvre. He waits for Klingberg to get in front, and to see the left hand from Danny Taylor as he was forced to look past Klingberg to his right. That is fancy.
That's a great stop and a great look at it. Back at the blue line for Lundqvist, the shot. Taylor stopped that. Kostitsyn flips this up at center. Belovic gives chase. And back forward is Tomarnis. He'll reverse against the traffic. Lundqvist will let it go. And up the ice for Lundestrom. Lundestrom bank pass for Lundqvist. In for Tomarnis. He'll leave for Lundqvist. A little bit of room. And looking for the deflection from Ricard Raquel.
They set that up nicely. Raquel, though, wasn't able to accept that hard slap pass.
At the blue line, Tomarnis trying to hold it in. Cannon Sharangovich will break out. One-on-one on Lundqvist. Good whip shot there by Sharangovich. Lundestrom plays it back against the traffic, but it's picked off by Nikita Komarov. And then he gets into a battle with Tomarnis, and Sweden up with it. And Lundqvist will control. Sweden on the change. Ooh, that's almost got a little sloppy. In fact, the Belarus bench thought it did. Lou gone for Sorensen, back for Lou. And he got stripped of the puck before he could get a shot away by Sergei Drozd. Back in for Rasmussen. Snaps one back to the blue line for Dahlback. Dahlback tried to get that back down low for Kempe, but it's intercepted and back up the ice for Drozd. Taken wide and given a rough go there by Victor Louvre. And Rasmussen is on it. Winds his way, on his way to the bench, so he'll just drop it off. Putis, no room for him up the right side, so he'll circle back. Plays it back for Pilot. Pilot will stick handle his way to the line, dumps it in, goes in after it. Tried to one-hand it into open ice. Freeberg there to help out. Freeberg bank pass to the line. Kempe takes it wide. Mario Kempe trying to find Putis, but it was in behind him.
What's happening is Belarus is allowing Sweden into the zone and cramming all their players below the tops of the circles. The points are open, and as soon as it goes back to the point, then Belarus can spread out a little bit and block shots if they come.
Perret through center, dumps it in, goes in after it. No Shane Prince in the lineup for Belarus. He led them in ice time in game one, 22 minutes and 21 seconds of playing time, but not in the lineup for this game as we look at Ricard Raquel, who had a glorious chance.
The fake shot, not even looking at the stick of Raquel, knowing it's there and it's off the toe. When Raquel's on his game, that's deflected in. And instead, it's off the side of the net.
Face off to the left of Riederborn. And right off the face off, he'll steer it aside. Lundqvist and back for Tomarnis. Mario Kempe. Not a lot of room against Sharangovich right in front of the Swedish bench. And now a battle between Kempe and Sharangovich. On for Klingberg. Carl Klingberg given a bump. Antonov, and he's given a rough ride into the backboards. Znakarenko into the mix as well. Comes back at the line for Louvre. Takes the return pass from Lundqvist. Another backdoor play. And Carl Lindholm unable to get a stick on it. Lindbergh trying to keep it in, and he'll give way. Prodish tried to bust his way through. It's off a stick and back to the neutral ice it goes.
Belarus is playing a very conservative forechecking game. If they can't get there, they'll peel off. Potash, fresh legs into the lineup, but in the midst of a change, they're all just going to back up into the neutral zone.
Protest brings some size into the lineup at 6'6", 214. Ricard Raquel tried to send it all the way around the boards, intercepted Yeramenko. Plays it back up at center. Some room across for Lopacek. And that shot deflects up and down a play. It remains scoreless, 4:02 to go in period one. .402 left to go in period one. Kostitsyn out to take the face-off, but face-off is won by Oscar Lindberg. The shot, Taylor careful with that one. Balin sends it ahead for Belovich. On for Sharon Govich. Tried to leave it for Belovich, got away from him. And Carl Klingberg sends it rink wide for Par Lindholm. Mishandled it at the blue line and puts himself offside.
That face-off in their own zone. It was a design play where Lindholm, who you see, would streak up the far boards and almost was sprung in on a clean breakaway. Did get a chance going in against Danny Taylor, but was denied.
Top line comes back out for Sweden. Bouncing puck never did get to Ricard Raquel. Komarov couldn't handle it cleanly, and Lundqvist on for Tomernes and back for Lundqvist. He'll wind his way to the red line, sends a backhander in. Kalin. And on for Hinkle, and Hinkle will send it out at center. Droz is after it, couldn't pick it up cleanly. Garaminko will send a backhander in, it doesn't get deep. But then Lundestrom, looking for a line change, will play it back into his own zone. And Tomernes will leave it there for Sorensen. Marcus Sorensen gains some speed, sends it in, goes in after it. Big hit there by Marcus Sorensen on Zakharenko. Puck bounces at the line for Pilot, for Kempe, back for Pilot. Off his stick, and Rasmussen tracks it down. Rasmussen, he'll drop for Adrian Kempe. Kempe lost control of it. Marcus Sorensen continues the chase, but it is cleared out at center ice. And now Znakarenko will snap it back into the Swedish zone. Riederborn out to play it, had to be careful with that. Jeff Platt, the Canadian, will dump it back down low. Znakarenko had this get away from him. And he'll have to chase this back into his own end. 590 KHL games for Jeff Platt. Znakarenko leaves it behind his own net for Falkovsky. Played junior in Ottawa. This gets turned over at center. Mario Kempe trying to cut in, and good recovery there by Nick Balin. Kempe tried to get it down low, but it got knocked down by Balin to the Swedish line and no further. And right back in. Wrist shot, that got turned aside. Mario Kempe snapped it from the far side. Little redirect there from Klingberg, and then Klingberg circled. He was looking for that return pass. On and off the skate of Par Lindholm, and Belovich has some room. Belovich sailed it wide. Karam's around to the right point. Yaraminko will play it back deep. Par Lindholm will just send this out at center into the final minute now, period number one. Belarus withstood a double minor penalty to Sharon Govich early. This game remains 0-0. And across for Lindberg. Lindberg takes it to the middle of the ice. And then just got away from him at the end, and Belovic will play it away. Belovic sends it on for Protash. Tried to drive his way through, could not. Tomernes quickly up for Klingberg. Klingberg took a wicked jolt. And he is slow to get up.
Komarov just thundered him to the ice.
It was Klingberg who was involved with Lisovitz earlier in this period. Lisovitz was shaken up. And now play whistle down on an offside.
Last game, you had Belarus with Komarov hitting from behind. It was an interference call. He got tossed from the game, a game misconduct. This one's a thunderous check to Klingberg, who's having some difficulty with his left leg.
It was a clean hit, but it was a solid hit. And the first period is going to come to an end as Belarus has hung in there with the quicker Swedish team. Carl Klingberg will limp his way to the dressing room. We'll see whether or not he returns for the second period. So 20 minutes done here in Riga, Latvia. Belarus and Sweden scoreless after one.
Score of the first period. Team Sweden 0, Team Belarus 0. Shots on goal. First period, Team Belarus 4, Team Sweden 11.
For the last 2 years, we had to pause the game that we love. But the love for the game has never died. Ice hockey is ours. Our endless spirit, our passion, our love. Little by little, the IIHF is bringing the game back. It's time to get back on the ice.
Игра состоит из множества моментов.
Introducing the 2021 IIHF app. Player statistics. Team statistics. And live updates. Available on your smartphone. In multiple languages. The 2021 IIHF app. Powered by Skoda. Download it now from the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Skoda. Simply clever.
Ready? Have a good one. 1, 2, 3. Huh. Okay, guys. Sticks on the ice, please. Have a good one. Thank you. Team Belarus number 17. Double minor for high check. Double minor. Be careful with the grease, okay?
He tripped.
Yeah, I'm telling you, be careful. Good, good.
Tell 73 can't yell at you like
Wait, what?
73 can't yell at you like that.
Yeah, sure, but what was the problem?
I don't know.
Okay.
He's an idiot. I'll tell him.
Hey, Jeff. good, that's good.
Annars kanske vi kommer ner i sämsta fall igen. Vad sa du?
Adam Riederborn in nets for Sweden. Faced 4 shots, stopped 4 shots. Andy Taylor faced 11 and stopped all 11 in that opening period. As the second period about to get going, and Carl Klingberg is on the ice. Came out, skated around, tested whatever was ailing him. Went back to the bench.
All right, guys. On the ice, please.
I am looking all the way down. I believe that Carl Klingberg has just made his way back to his Swedish dressing room. So he may be done for the day. We will keep an eye on that. Carl Lindholm plays it down for Rickard Rakell. To the blue line for Tomernes. Tomernes sailed that one over top the net. Lindberg goes after it. So Johan Garpenlot has moved some people around up front. Lindholm leaves it for Rickard Rakell. Rakell, he'll go rink wide, play it back at the line. Lundqvist will drop it off, comes back for Tomernes. Tomernes looking for a lane to the net and just nothing there against Stefanovic. And back to the blue line for Lundqvist. He'll go cross ice. Tomernes lets the shot go. That goes wide. Rebound all the way around for Lundqvist. Tomernes, another wrister from the line. That one gets through. And Danny Taylor will hang on to it.
Try to explain in more clarity what Belarus is doing in the defensive zone. They'll have all their players below the tops of the circles and within the face-off dots in their own zone. So they clump. That allows the defense for Sweden to be open. So they'll pass it back to the defenseman, and then those two forwards will fan out so that those shots can't get through. Now, how you break this is you need to have your forward, one of your forwards for Sweden, come out to the top of the blue line. So you've got three guys across the top. That's going to pull Belarus further away from their net, but it's not happening so far. We'll see if that adjustment is made from Johan Garpenlot, but right now it's going to be a lot of pass it back to the point for Sweden, get it back down to the corner for Sweden, and then back to the point for Sweden, then block shots.
Face-off win by Sweden. Pilot plays it cross ice, but it does come outside the line. Pudas will play it across. And Victor Olofsson for Pilot. And on for Pudas. And drops it back for Pilot. Skates it into the Belarus zone. Swings it all the way back. Korobov trying to get a stick on it in the corner. Korobov ties his man up. That is Olofsson. Lundestrom had it get away from him, and it's back for Pilot inside his own end. Jonathan Pudas on for Victor Olofsson. Olofsson, nice outside or inside-outside move. Finds a little bit of room. Drops it off for Lundestrom, and he'll play it back for Dahlberg. Dahlback. And the pass from Lundestrom back for Dahlback. Misfires and all the way back into the Swedish zone. Sorensen trying to work his way through. He ran into Sergei Kostitsyn and went down. Dahlback on for Victor Louvre, who saved a goal in the opening period when it looked like Mikhail Stefanovic had nothing but open net. Taken by Kempe. He'll swing it around the boards, deflected away by Znarkarenko. Kept in by Kempe, and then Znarkarenko takes Kempe down. And Znarkarenko doesn't like the call, but he'll go to the penalty box for 2 or less.
Kempe came darting in to the slot, received the pass, and had to get a quick shot off, and Znarkarenko got in his way. Nice pass from Sorensen. See Znarkarenko. That looks like a hit to me, but they're calling it a penalty. The tripping call. And Sweden will get their second power play of the game.
First World Championship for Dmitry Znarkarenko. Sweden had 3 shots on the double minor. And Jeff Platt will come out to try and win the face-off against against Kempe. And Kempe does pull it back. Tomernes throws it cross ice. Olofsson drills it. Loose puck in front of the net. And Danny Taylor is down. And Rickard Rakell jamming away at it.
Stefan Falkovsky, the 6'9" defender, can certainly clear the crease. The shot hits Falkovsky, hits the goaltender Taylor. It's up in the air, and Danny Taylor's the first to find it at his pads. As Kinkel, the assistant captain at the net, cleans the blue paint for his goalie.
Falkovsky at 6'9" could clear the front of the net at both ends at the same time.
That's right.
Deflected out at center, and Tomernes will take it back into his own zone. So after not having the power play in the opening game against Denmark, Sweden now on its third man advantage. Rickard Rakell swings it wide. Rakell sends it on for Olofsson. Lundqvist on for Tomernes. Tomernes, again, no shooting lane. He'll get it back. Sends it on to Olofsson. Shot got blocked, and the loose puck is grabbed and cleared all the way down the ice by Nikita Komarov.
As Korobov that got the shot block, and he rushes to the bench. In the first period, it was a double minor to Sharon Govich with the high stick.
Sorensen busting his way through, knocked off of his stick and snapped off the boards and cleared by Drozd. Pilot on the regroup. Carries back in, puts on the brakes. 40 seconds now left in the minor. Pudas, Pilot. He'll go across ice for Marcus Sorensen. Freebird, back it comes for Pudas. Slap shot, and that got blocked.
Drozd, number 81, going to the bench for Belarus. I didn't think Belarus played all that well against Slovakia in their opening game. I thought they were without emotion and were second to pucks. They are playing their game plan to a T here against Sweden. And we talked about Sweden not having the big game breakers, the Nylanders, the Elias Petterssons, the Ekman Larssons, a guy that can just kind of dictate at times. They've got Olofsson, yes, they have Rakell and the Kempe brothers, but it's not at the level of other NHLers they've had here. They could probably take over a power play, and here they are working on their breakout.
Belarus was down 3-0 11 minutes into that game against Slovakia, and not to throw it all on the shoulders of Konstantin Shostak, because he wasn't by himself in the blame department, but it was not a good start. You're right. For Belarus, one shot on that power play for Sweden. Znakarenko sends it cross ice. Odd man rush, Perret coming in! And Perret let that one go, and Riederborn just got enough of it. And back up for Lindberg. He goes high, short side, off the side of the net. Manny Taylor felt that go by his shoulder, and it almost looked like he thought that caught the top corner.
Well, he wasn't sure where it was, so he figured I'll freeze so that I don't flail around and knock it in myself, but it went off him and off the side of the netting, the back side of the net.
Velkovsky will jam this all the way down the ice. And an icing call against Belarus.
Stepan Velkovsky, we mentioned his height at 6'9", 220, playing in Dynamo Minsk. As this is the offensive chance by Perret, he steps into it and it leaks through the goaltender, Riederborn. I mean, if you're gonna go slapper from the tops of the circles, you think it might just squeak through. Velkovsky was drafted by the Calgary Flames in 2016 in the 7th round.
So Perret with that chance. Calder Cup champion with Grand Rapids. There's a knuckler in off the face-off to Danny Taylor, Britain-born Danny Taylor will hang on to it again.
Yeah, his parents moved to Ottawa when he was a youngster, 2 years old, and has played in a lot of different cities and a lot of different leagues in a lot of different countries. That sum it up?
It does. 3 OHL seasons in Guelph and Kingston. LA picked back in 2004, did get a few NHL games in. Belovich plays it around the boards.
Sorry, and then he got the passport stamped, and it just kept traveling.
Tomernes. Not a bad way to see some country.
Oh, I'm right down for that.
You played in Germany, you played in Switzerland. Offside called at the line as Belovich tried to dangle his way in.
The beauty about going over to play in Europe is that you get to travel out and play in exhibition games or in tournaments, and I played 6 years for the Mannheim Eagles, one of the top teams in the German league, and we ended up playing in Finland and in Sweden. We had a training camp in Japan. We went to Kazan, Russia, and a Champions League. I mean, it was a lot of traveling and just opened your eyes to everything else other than what you normally do in Canada and in my hometown of North Vancouver.
Dennis Bayak, Dave Tomlinson, There's a chance, Ricard Raquel, and that got turned aside. Our producer Bucky Buchanan here at the Olympic Sports Center in Riga. So Ricard Raquel with a chance to get the scoring going in this game and nothing doing.
Didn't get any shots in the opener against Denmark. He's had a couple in this game. Just a rare mistake there at the blue line. It goes off the skate of the defender, Antonov. And Raquel really doesn't have a lot to shoot at here. Danny Taylor's got the angle proper, goes down with good timing, directs the rebound into the corner.
Raquel tees it up, doesn't shoot it, gets it back to Pilot. He shoots it. And this deflects off a stick, up and out of play. Still scoreless here in Riga. Stefanovic with the best scoring chance in this game for Belarus. As Sweden has never lost to Belarus in World Championship play. They had never lost to Denmark in World Championship play until yesterday. Ricard Raquel, another opportunity, and that one went high and wide, short side. The puck on end for Raquel. Raquel holds this in, gets it back, couldn't get it from a skate to a stick, and Stefanovic will send it out to center ice. Lindberg takes a bump from Stefanovic. Big Felkovsky gets spun around and taken down by Ricard Raquel. There's a shot, there's a penalty coming up, and it's gonna go to Ricard Raquel for taking Stefanovic down, I think.
Slash call indicated. And to the penalty box is Oscar Lindberg.
Nope, it'll be in behind the play where the initial one happened at the top of the screen.
Yeah, there we go, to the hands as Stefanovic is coming in to set up for a shot. There's another one, so this will be the first power play opportunity for Belarus. They did capitalize in their previous game against Denmark.
On 5 opportunities, the 1 power play marker. And they start off with a face-off win from Kadola. Race to the near side, Gull back after it. POTUS holds it in, gets it back. Shot by Balin, turned aside, into the slot it comes. POTUS plays it back to the line for Platt. Down for Balin. Balin gets the return pass. Tried to get that down and it hopped away from Perret. Kept in at the blue line by Platt. Stuffed around the boards. Potash trying to get that to the front of the net. This is kept in at the blue line by Jeff Platt. Platt will dish it off. Balin goes cross ice and Perret unloads and he missed the net. Platt on it again. Down for Kadola to the front of the net, off a stick. And this will go all the way down the ice. Klingberg will not be back for Sweden. In across the line, Belovic the shot. Good save, clearing attempt. That goes off the helmet of Lundestrom, not once but twice.
There's a line there about using your head. I'll just kind of let it sit there.
The clearing attempt hit him on the helmet, went up, came down, landed on the helmet. Valkoski lets the shot go. Riederborn the save, and then Kostitsyn in front of the net. And is it going to be a penalty to Sweden?
Dahlbeck was trying to give him the business right after, as Kostitsyn was hoping for a rebound that didn't come after Riederborn was able to hold on to it. But this will be a roughing call to Klaus Dahlbeck, and an opportunity 5-on-3 for 23 seconds for Belarus to try and capitalize and get the game's first goal.
You took the helmet off. That's a penalty.
So there's the explanation. Referees for this game, Lasse Heikkinen of Finland and Christian Wickman of Finland. And the linesmen are Lauri Kekalainen of Finland and Davis Sunday of Latvia to not make it a complete Finnish crew. So a 5-on-3 for 23 seconds.
They're going to try to get it over to Balin, the offensively gifted defenseman wearing number 10, the right-hand shot. Just out of your screen at the moment, but it'll filter through him if they can get it set up.
Balin, an American. Looks across at the Canadian Platt. Now it does come back to Platt. Down for Sharon Govich. Short side try off the side of the net. Two-man advantage. There's a shot by Balin. He ripped the wrister over top the net. Up and out of the penalty box is Lindberg. It's a one-man advantage. Perret fanned on the one-timer. Balin from the line lets it go. That went wide, short side. Lindberg trying to jam it out. Platt beats him to it. On for Sharon Govich. And then it is sent around. Again, Platt trying to pin it against the boards on Lindberg, and Lindberg will clear, and Balin will go back.
Finally, Lindberg was able to muscle it out and get to the bench for a change.
Valkoski sends it across. And Balin's pass goes off a stick or a skate and gets cleared back down the ice. 1 minute now left in the penalty to Dahlbeck. This gets sent around the boards. Pilot couldn't trap it. Sharon Govich sends it back at the line. Hinkle goes cross ice. One-timer from Balin, turned away. Trying to trap it in behind the net was Protash, and got away and cleared back down the ice by Sweden.
Balin played almost the entire power play there. He was a top 5 scoring defenseman on the KHL this past season.
Almost turned over at the line by Protash. Bounces around and gets set all the way down the ice. Wingerly played it back into his own end. Lindestrom in on the forward check, but just gets taken by Hinkle. He'll play it back and then get it back. 4 shots on the 2 power plays for Belarus. This game still looking for its first goal. And now another icing call.
Belarus knew going up against Sweden they'd have to be quite staunch defensively. They've done that. They were able to go the Swedes into a couple of penalties, couldn't capitalize on that power play, so it might be more of Sweden coming into their offensive zone and continuing to move the puck around. Danny Taylor's been solid when he's had to be in this game.
Johan Garpenlov referenced the turning point in the game yesterday. They were up 2-1, and then it went to 4-on-4, and they allowed 2 goals by Denmark on the 4-on-4. There's an odd man rush shot. That goes off the short side as the net bulged on the wrister from Nikita Komarov. Back in on the attack. Lopachuk plays it back. It comes to the line. Yeramenko with the wrister. And Riederborn takes it up high and will hang on to it. 9:13 to go in the second. almost sensing a little bit of frustration setting in on the Swedish bench. Each team down a man. As Carl Klingberg left at the start of the second period, came out, took a skate, and left, and has not back and will not be back. And then Klingberg was involved in a collision in the first period with Yevgeny Lisovets, who was stretchered off and has not returned.
And Klingberg was a prominent player for Sweden against Denmark, 3 points.
Shot goes wide. You mentioned Balin, the defenseman, played over 20 minutes in game 1 against Slovakia. Ricard Raquel forced to the backhand, dumps it off in the corner. Lindberg swings it back for Raquel. Raquel lets it go for Dahlback, back to Raquel. Victor Louvre is after it. Stefanovic closes in on him, and it's played all the way back around for Lundestrom. Lundestrom trying to walk it to the net. Lundestrom puts on the brakes, has Lindberg in front. And a quick attempt there from Lindberg. Didn't get any of the puck, and it slides all the way back down the ice.
It's going to echo what you said there about lane to the net, but didn't go to the front of the net.
In across, quick shot, that went over top. Has put us with a good offensive drive.
Sweden's trying to pass the puck around the outside in the offensive zone. They'll be better served, as I mentioned, to free up a forward up high to the blue line to help out, or drive to the net. Maybe force a penalty, something.
Balin sends it back down low. Away from Belovic, comes back to the left point. Trying to trap it there was Kostitsyn, could not. It comes out at center. Gets to the blue line no further, and Sergei Kostitsyn will send it back in for Sharangovich. Sharangovich, sharp angle try, stays on it. Belovic trying to work it off the backboards. It's stuffed up the wall and grabbed off by Adrian Kempe. Kempe to the line for Lundestrom. Lundestrom back for Kempe. Kempe leaves it for Olofsson. Olofsson will drop it back. Kempe trying to work it to the middle of the ice. And knocked away from him, and Protash will chip it off the glass and send it back down the ice. Lundqvist, the long lead pass, finds Sorensen, and Sorensen tried to bust through, and Balin got back. Slap shot off the glove of Danny Taylor. And now another penalty is coming as the back referee signals the hook.
That's going to be on Christian Kenkel, and it's too bad because on the opportunity for Sorensen going in alone, Balin was defending and didn't take a penalty, but this one here is that can-opener move that puts Sorensen to the ice and Kenkel to the penalty box. The stretch passes here, Balin realizes he's beat, but he keeps his stick low and knocks the puck away at the last moment. Good camera work there, fellas, to see this come into your living room. There's a bit of a hook to the bottom hand, but just underneath it, and then out-muscling Sorensen. But Sweden does get the power play.
Loose puck is cleared, and Paré will send it down the ice. Tomernes on the Swedish power play. This is the 4th power play opportunity of the afternoon for Sweden. Olofsson lays it down for Kempe. And Kempe trying to get it around. It goes off a stick and almost nails the Skoda.
Have to pay for that, I think. Or maybe they'll just give you the car. You're gonna put the face-off outside. Kempe's trying to get an explanation from the referee, saying that the shot towards the net, it should be staying in zone, but to no avail. Johan Garpenloff not happy with probably how this game's going, as a matter of fact.
You talked about Sweden trying to force plays. Only 3 shots on goal for Sweden here in the second period.
Yeah, it's fun to be around the outside and do these interchange plays and cycle in the corner, but to the best of my knowledge, the net is always in the same spot, and you want to get the puck there.
That's why you are the analyst that you are.
Thank you, sir.
Kempe walks it in. Wrist shot save made by Danny Taylor. Tomernes at the line. Tomernes dishes it off to Olofsson, gets it back. Back for Olofsson. Taylor moved across, and the shot by Olofsson missed the net. Lundqvist will play it back for Kempe and then get it back. Up top, Tomernes. Back it goes, slap shot, Lundqvist, save made, Taylor. And Ricard Raquel gets drilled and knocked down at the side of the net by Balin. Back for Tomernes, that shot turned away. And meanwhile, Kempe and Balin get at it in front of the net. Cleared to the line, and it does squeak out.
I've been impressed with Nick Balin in this hockey game. I mean, offensively, he's very solid with looking up, stretch passes, joining the rush, but he's been pretty physical as he tries to throw another check.
Lindbergh for Olofsson for Pudas. Off a skate, what a save! A ricochet in front of the net, and Danny Taylor throws that right pad out. Pudas, Pilot wires it, that's blocked. Rebound, a little knuckler off the stick. Pudas out of the penalty box is Hinkle. Pudas looking for Pilot. One shot on that power play. Wingerly is after it. Wingerly walks it in. He'll leave it for Pilot. Pilot lets it go, and Danny Taylor makes the save as Pilot got it past the forward. And we'll get another face-off. Scoreless here in Riga. Rasmussen trying to pull that one back off the draw. Mario Kempe goes in after it. And this gets cleared around the boards. A couple of real good years for Mario Kempe in the queue. Perret tried to go to the short side, and Riederborn will make the save and hang on to it.
Riederborn hasn't been that busy in the last couple of minutes because of the penalty killing for Belarus. The shots are 18-13 in favor of Sweden.
Riederborn plays in Kazan.
Yes, that's southwest Russia on the banks of the Volga and Kazanka rivers.
One of the first teams during the last, as we get another history lesson from Dave Tomlinson. Should be a teacher. One of the first teams in the KHL to start pulling NHL players over when there was that work stoppage.
They played in their rink. Even the visiting dressing room has Italian tile floors and gold fixtures.
Wow. Platt will swing this in behind the Swedish net. Par Lindholm trying to clear, kept in at the line by Yaremenko briefly. And now Yaremenko will try and get that up the middle for Perret. They wave off icing. Lundqvist, nice little move on Platt. But then Perret comes in to knock it away from him, and then on the loose puck is Tomernes. On for Par Lindholm. In with Ricard Raquel. Raquel tried to get a wrist shot through, rattles off a couple of legs. Broken stick on the play for Nestorov. So he'll head to the bench on the change, and Jonathan Pudas will play it for Pilot. He'll swing it cross ice, trying to spring Lundestrom. And Ricard Raquel trying to steal from Lopachuk, could not. Pilot. Pudas on for Kempe and in. And Balin for Belarus will send it back down the ice. Triple header Sunday here in Riga. In across for Olofsson. Olofsson, the wrist shot blocked away by Taylor. Scramble for a puck in behind the net. Olofsson trying to work it loose. Has Kempe in front. Looks to go back to the line to Victor Louvre. Louvre the shot. That changed directions and went over top the net, glove side.
Kempe was able to get a stick on it, but again, these are all perimeter shots that are getting knocked away or blocked before they get to the goaltender.
2 minutes left to go in the second period. Kempe. On for Kempe. Back for Kempe. Adrian looking for Mario out front. Shot, rebound! And Mario Kempe, a glorious look and couldn't get it through.
Belovich sacrifices the body to lay it down and block that shot.
Rasmussen on for Mario Kempe. Tried to get it back out front, looking for Sorensen. Lundqvist has it at the right point. Nils Lundqvist with a wrister that never got through, as that got blocked. Back at the line, came out, and Belarus will be able to clear. Sorensen trying to get it through, can't. Tomernis, as we're into the final minute now. Adrian Kempe takes it wide, and Wingerly in front. Some forwards now getting double shifted for Johan Garpenlov's team with no Klingberg. There's a chance, short side try, and that got turned away. Komarov, back to the line it comes. Korobov. Kadola with that chance. Taken in behind the net by Platt. And he'll turn it over, and Tomernis will play it up at center.
Kempe is still out in the ice. That's Adrian Kempe. He's now going to change. He was out there so long sniffing around offensively, then gave the puck away to allow that chance for Belarus to, of course, end up being a glorious scoring opportunity.
Kadola found a little more room than he initially thought he had. And this deflects off a stick and out of play with 8.8 on the clock. There's Kadola.
Well, I've just been really impressed with Belarus's resolve in this game. That close for Kadola. Nice save by Riederborn, but there is, as you mentioned, Dennis, some frustration. Sometimes it's not demonstrative, but it shows itself in something like Kempe's extended shift there. You know, I've got to do something. I'm going to stay out longer. And then the giveaway, that could have been costly.
Kadola in his first game didn't play in game one. Sharon Govich on for Kostitsyn. And the period will come to an end. It has been a battle. There's been chances, there's been good goaltending. And Belarus and Sweden done 40 here in Riga without a goal.
Score after the second period. Team Sweden 0, Team Belarus 0. Shots on goal in the second period. Team Belarus 11, Team Sweden 10.
last 2 years, we had to pause the game that we love. But the love for the game has never died. Ice hockey is ours. Our endless spirit, our passion, our love. Little by little, the IIHF is bringing the game back. It is time to get back on the ice.
Игра состоит из множества моментов. Каждый момент приближает тебя к выигрышу. Ближе и ближе. Движение за движением. Касание за касанием. Момент за моментом. И победа у тебя в руках. Лови момент для ставки вместе с Лигой ставок.
Каждый лакомат смерть, как Патрик из сердца.
Rezultāts pēc otrās trešdaļas. Zviedrija 0, Baltkrievija 0.
Work hard, eyes open.
1, 2, 3.
Sky on it. On the ice, please. Heads up, buddy. Heads up. Nope. Sorry, because I was worried about the offside. It's my fault if I'm on your way. Yeah.
I saw the puck, you know.
Yeah. I said I'm sorry. That's gonna be Sweden 24 slashing. You took the helmet off, that's a penalty.
Shots 21-15 in favor of Sweden. Both goaltenders have been perfect. Both have made a number of very good saves. There's the youngster Nils Lundqvist. A couple of World Junior Championships for him for Sweden. Captain Henrik Tomarnis has led the way in ice time for Sweden at 17-11. Has the puck right now. 3 shots on goal for him. Adrian Kempe has 3 shots on goal. Ricard Raquel leads the forwards at just over 14 minutes of play, but he tried to take the puck away from Lopachuk and could not. Lopachuk will carry it back. Nesterov sends this in behind the net. Stefanovic trying to work it free. Lopachuk trying to get to the forehand, does. Stefanovic dishes off, score! German Nesterov on the feed from Stefanovic. And Belarus, 33 seconds into the third period, a 1-0 lead on Johan Garpenlov's Swedish squad.
Alone, untouched in front of the net, Nesterov has half the cage to put it into. Good work by Lopachuk to go up, put it back down to Stefanovic, who bumps it out front. Sweden gets lost in their D-zone coverage. And Nesterov with the opening goal of the hockey game here in the third period.
So Belarus with the 1-0 lead as Riederborn tries to get across in time, cannot. On the ice now for Belarus, Nick Balin, 17 minutes of ice time for him. He leads Belarus in ice time after 40 minutes. Lundestrom trying to hold it in, cannot. Adrian Kempe will clear the zone. Kempe with 3 shots on goal in this game as well. Louvre works it to the line, slides it through. Mario Kempe going after it. Rasmussen there as well. Kempe has it, plays it back to the line. Louvre into the slot, and a wrister from Mario Kempe went wide, but there is a crease violation. And
it's a nice play by Lopachuk to come up high. The puck just gets obscured for a moment from the Swedish defenseman who can't recover in time. That's Lindholm. And then diving out is the other defenseman, Lundqvist. But the celebration from Nesterov because Riederborn couldn't get across in time to follow that action. There's German Nesterov, who is able to open the scoring and add a little excitement to this game. He won a championship with HK Gomel in the Belarusian League.
His first IIHF event. There's a long shot in. I'm not sure Riederborn saw that right off the hop. Seemed to react a little late. Back in for Sharon Govich. He got bumped off the puck. Rasmussen spins and fires it up. Mario Kempe will get it out the center. And Sergei Kostitsyn is back and plays it back into his own zone for Antonov. And he'll leave it for Falkovsky, and he'll head to the bench to complete the change. And Falkovsky will line it up. On for Platt. To Perret. Back to Platt. Backhander kicked away on the short side. Into the slot for Perret. Long shot off the body. Change directions. And goes wide. Falkovsky jumps in from the line. Sharon Govich gets squeezed out by Lundqvist, and Tomarnis has the puck. Out through center for Ricard Raquel. He'll dish it back. Lindbergh shot, and that got blocked.
Went up high, and Falkovsky, the puck looked like he was going to take him down, but he just shrugged it off.
Raquel back in, throws it to the far side, comes back to the blue line. Kudus will play it down low for Lindbergh. Lindbergh for Raquel. Back at the line it goes. Pilot lets the blast go, and that one went wide. And the loose puck is Grabbed and taken to safety by Perret. He'll play it behind his own net and scamper to the bench on the line change. Yarmolenko will play it back. Long lead pass by Korobov all the way down into the Swedish zone. Stefanovic for Nestorov. Nestorov spins off a check. Dumps it off for Lopachuk at the blue line. Korobov cross ice, and Balin will send it down low. Korobov with the shot wide. Balin tried to get it in behind the net for Stefanovic, intercepted, and here comes Kempe. Adrian Kempe, he was looking for Lundestrom, and on the backtrack, taken away there by Balin. He'll get it for Lopachuk, he'll chop it in, hit to the bench on the change. Belarus trying to accomplish something that Denmark accomplished yesterday. That's a win over Sweden at the World Championship. Freeberg with the shot that never got through. Dahlback is after it. Lost Dahlback, knocked off of his stick. Wingerly has it. Plays it back at the line for Victor Louvre. Broken stick. Dahlback, the recipient of that broken stick pass. He'll get a second try and can't get that one through either. Freeberg bumped and knocked down and then worked over in the corner by Komarov.
Belarus is playing a gritty game.
And this will be a glove pass. As it came from outside, Velikovsky just caught the referee with his stick, but smiles all around. Everybody's okay.
Shot goes off the base of the net, just misses. Danny Taylor has been strong. He didn't have a fantastic season playing for Dynamo Minsk. 12 games, a record of 2-4-1. But boy, has he been solid in this game.
Yesterday, Johan Garpenlov felt his team was a little slow starting and trying to find some offense. In this game so far, we're into the third period. First time for him in behind the bench. 3 medals as a player for Sweden for Johan Garpenlov, 2 gold and a silver.
It's not bad. In consecutive years, in 1990 was the silver, and then 91 and 92 for the golds.
Ricard Raquel is on it. Kazakhstan and Finland are still 1-1. Ricard Raquel throws it into the slot. It comes off a skate of Par Lindholm. Back in behind the net. At the line, Tomardis sends it back down low. Velikovsky takes a bump, slides it on for Serengovic, but it's intercepted by Raquel. He'll feed it back for Lundqvist. The shot deflected in front. Loose puck, and Ricard Raquel walked into it and wristed it over top the net.
There was room above the glove side. He just missed it.
Back to the line. Slap shot. That one seemed to dip as Tomardis lets it fly, and another good save by Danny Taylor.
Went off the stick of Serengovic out high at the top of the circle. Those two are going to come together here, and just a wonderful reaction save. There's the tap from Taylor to Serengovic. And the glove stop. Sergei Kostitsyn comes in. Belarus has just been really working. They were not good 2 days ago, but they certainly have been stronger in this game. Maybe that day between some video work, perhaps some harsh words from their coach, Mikhail Zakharov.
Has to be difficult on some of these players that haven't played for a while to play back-to-backs. No more triple headers until next Saturday, as the schedule will ease up a little bit. Pudas lets the shot go, ripped that one wide. Pudas will jump on the loose puck. Takes it down. Yarmolenko knocked it away from him. Lundestrom goes in after it. Trying to get it back to the blue line. Olofsson blocking the boards. Lundestrom trying to fish it out of the pile. Serengovic is there. Kempe is there. Comes loose and Yarmolenko has it. former Calgary Hitman. And this will make its way down the ice, and an icing call against Belarus.
And there's going to be a lot more of that for Belarus. Defending well in their own zone. If they can't make a crisp pass to get out of their zone, they'll just try to get it into the neutral zone. This one goes a little bit too far down for icing. 23 shots now for Sweden, so just 2 for all the hard work that they put in this third period.
Turning point in the D1 competition, we talked about South Korea being right there along with Kazakhstan and Belarus, especially with Belarus. Belarus took Kazakhstan to overtime and picked up a point in that game, and that point ended up being crucial for them. Cleared in from center ice, off the backboards for Dahlback. 170 NHL games for Dahlback with Chicago, Arizona, Carolina. Victor Louvre back into his own end. Louvre on for Marcus Sorensen, deflects it in, goes in after it. This gets pitched around the boards on the backhand by Hinkle. Sweden starts the cycle. Lindberg at the line, floats one in, deflected, and into the left pad of Danny Taylor.
Danny Taylor doesn't come out too far to the top of the blue paint, so he can react a little bit when he's deep, as there's an offside call here.
Perret got tied up with Cadola, and Cadola goes sliding in ahead of the play. 1-0 Belarus. Nothing Belarus. Mikhail Zakharov, the coach. First time for him in behind the Belarus bench. This gets played up to the line. Long shot. That got turned away. Lopachuk will lift this back in. Komornis for Lundqvist lost his footing and went down. Nestorov chases it down. The goal getter in this game, and it came 33 seconds into the third period. Kazakhstan and Finland still 1-1. Finland, of course, the defending champion. Pass up the middle. Ricard Raquel will carry it in. Raquel takes it wide, pulls up, takes a look. A little bit of a button hook, lets the shot go. That got blocked. And this will get flipped up by Alexei Protash. Budis gets pressured in behind the net, but Sweden will bring it out with Adrian Kempe. Kempe getting chased down on the far side by Drozd. There's the shot. It goes off the glove, off the crossbar maybe. Kempe trying to hold it in.
That was a real nice play by Kempe down the left wing to find Pilot.
Back in for Wingerly, back. Freeberg sends it down for Kempe. Adrian Kempe lost his footing there, and back for Sergei Kostitsyn. Kostitsyn drives it from a sharp angle off the right arm of Riederborn. And back down the ice for Mario Kempe. Puts on the brakes, try to send it back to the line, and does. Near side it comes for Victor Louvre. Louvre lets it go. That missed the target. Sharon Govich is on it, the captain of this Belarus team. Sharon Govich winds his way in with Belovich. Sharon Govich forced to the far side. Korobov sends it down low. Out of the corner. Belovich trying to jam it loose. Back around to the near side. Perret giving chase, but it's out at center for Mario Kempe. And tried to get that for Sorensen. And offside is called.
Best scoring chances off this rush here. Kempe finds another gear to get down the left wing and moves it right out. Off the glove of Taylor. There's a one-timer from 23 feet out. Crossbar.
A knuckler from Pilot off the pipe. Lundqvist for Tomernes. Raquel tries to chase it down around the boards for Lindbergh, stuffs it back to the line. Tomernes the wrister. And save made by Danny Taylor.
Mentioned that Taylor has got quite the busy passport in the years from 2013 to 2017. Played for 5 different teams in 3 different leagues. Farestad in Sweden, Sparta Prague in the Czech Extra League, and then Dinamo Minsk and Sibir Novosibirsk and Zagreb in the KHL.
Novosibirsk will be the site of the World Junior after it's back in Alberta next year.
So we'll get our passport stamped too.
Bingo. Air miles. Banked off the boards. And this is going to get whistled down on the offside. Into the back half of the third period and a 1-goal lead for Belarus. Since the start of the second period, Belarus has outshot Sweden 16-15.
That tells a story because they've been defending well, but they've been getting their pucks through to the goaltender, Rita Born, who's now watching to see if his Swedish team can at least get something.
And it goes back to their penalty kill. There's a steal to the net, to the short side, and as big Alexei Protash drives the net.
Nice individual skill by the big man, big young man. Protash, the dangle after the puck gets past the defenseman. The toe move around Tomernes, and then gets taken down as he's going towards the net, gets it off the side of the net. Never watch the puck, always watch the man, and Lundqvist helps out.
Protash did not play in the opening game of this championship. Gets in for this one again. No Shane Prince for Belarus in this one. Nicked up. There's a shot right off the face-off by Kostitsyn. And Reederborn with a good save. But back to the first period. Igor Sharangovich took the double minor. And the penalty killing was very good for Belarus. There was 3 shots by Sweden on the 2 power plays. And then Belarus hung in there. Kostitsyn tries it again. Znakarenko's shot goes wide, and now it's lifted out to center ice. Mario Kempe lost his footing at the line. This gets sent in. Danny Taylor will stop it. Leaves it there. This gets snapped off the boards. And Znakarenko looking for a line change. Hustles his way to the bench. Sharangovich breaks it up, sends it in for Jeff Platt. And Platt's shot goes off the stick of Dolbach.
Keep in mind that Belarus is down one of their better defensemen, as back in the first period, Evgeny Lizovets was crumpled up along the boards as Carl Klingberg tried to jump over him, and he went in heavily, was taken off by a stretcher, and then a little bit after that, Klingberg was hit. And he did not come out for the second period. Nikita Komarov took him into the boards almost near the same spot. So both teams down one guy.
Mentioned the first World Championship for Mikhail Zakharov in behind the bench, but he did coach Belarus at the Vancouver Olympics, has coached the national team of Ukraine. He has coached the U18 and the U20 team for Belarus. So certainly not a rookie behind the bench.
Not a rookie at all, and he played hockey himself, 12 seasons for Dynamo Minsk in the Soviet League, and also played in North America. Remember the West Palm Beach Blaze?
I do. They played out of West Palm. This gets set all the way down the ice. Line changes for both teams as Pilot goes back forward with 8 minutes left to go here in the third period. Belarus clinging to the 1-goal lead. Lundqvist sends it back into his own end. Gets the return pass from Pilot. Lundqvist to center ice, pumps it in, it comes off the corner boards, and Danny Taylor hangs on to it long enough to get a stoppage, but good play by Danny Taylor. Didn't commit to go behind the net to trap it.
No, he's had such great concentration. Is patient. Has been seeing things through traffic very well. This was one that he had to kick out the left hand in the last moment. This one was off the crossbar. Still had the left hand up in a hurry.
So Sweden in danger of falling down 0-2. Ricard Raquel, but still time here to get something out of this game. Lundqvist, cross ice, and the shot from Ricard Raquel blocked.
Danny Taylor is so athletic. Between periods, he's doing the splits in the crease, and he did that there on that save.
This gets cleared, and diving to send it away is Komarov.
I was going to say he's limber, and the only word in my head was stretchy, so I didn't go with stretchy.
Whoa. Sharangovich, Ricard Raquel took a run at him. And that could have been dangerous. Budis gets it to the line, cleared away. And Sharangovich will send it right back in. So Sweden lost to Denmark yesterday, trailing here to Belarus, and then the road gets tougher. Switzerland Tuesday, Czech Republic Thursday, and then they get Great Britain, but then they close with Slovakia and Russia. Kempe carries in, tried to get it back for Budis. It slips out to center ice. And right back in for Perret. In front, he was looking for Platt. Wingerly puts it behind his own net for Budis. Perret chases him down. On for Olofsson and back for Pilot.
Well, now Belarus is going to employ the 1-4. Just have one player go in, 4 back off.
And now under 6 to go in regulation. Centered! Freeberg with a shot. That didn't get through. Yeremenko got in front of it. Lopechuk trying to clear, kept in at the line. And that wrister from the blue line by Dolbach went wide. Kempe, Mario Kempe to the front of the net. Teammates there, but Danny Taylor finds it. And he'll hang on to it, and now Mario Kempe and Felkovsky glare at each other. Shots 29-21 in favor of Sweden, 1-0 Belarus. In the other building, the shots 36-14, Finland over Kazakhstan, and that game is tied 1-1. Kazakhstan coming off the shootout win over host Latvia last night. First time that they have defeated Latvia in world competition. Lundqvist plays it back for Tomernes. Tomernes swings away. Tomernes carries it down low, centers, and on the backhand was Lindberg, couldn't get it through. Ricard Raquel couldn't trap it off the boards, and it's back into the Swedish zone, and now 5. Here comes Ricard Raquel. In across, lets a quick wrister go, and Danny Taylor takes it up high. Loses the lid, and gets a stoppage in play.
Hit the chin of his mask, popped the straps off. The 35-year-old will take this opportunity to catch a breath as he's talking with the referee. That's Christian Dickman. Like those two are going to have a coffee together.
Yeah. So how are things?
A biscuit.
Good. How's the hotel?
Johan Gartmanloff's got to wonder what it's going to take to get any of his players to find a rebound in front of the net.
So a little delay off the face-off as Freeberg will work his way back in. 276 American Hockey League games for him. Few in the National Hockey League with Anaheim. And we get another stoppage in play.
A lot of falling bodies near the front of the net, and Danny Taylor is unfazed by it all. This is a face-off play, a bump, a shot that's 1.5 feet wide. And then off the backboards, deflected out of play. Face-offs get bigger and bigger.
4 members of the Swedish team that have won the Borje Salming Award as the SHL's top defenseman in this game. Get to that in a sec. Paré in with Platt. And then it gets deflected around to the near side boards. Tomernes is one of them. Lundqvist is another. There's a shot to the front. That's deflected away. Pudas is on the loose puck. Pilot's a third. Pudas with the shot. That got blocked in front of the net. And this gets cleared down the ice. And Magnus Nygren is the other. Cleared back. On turnover, Freeberg with the shot, and that didn't get to the net.
Yeryomenko was trying to clear the puck. It went off his defense partner, Valkovsky, and bounced into that scoring opportunity. But like most of the shots, that hits something and goes awry.
I wonder if Nygren is banged up.
I was going to say, you said his name, but
we have not seen him in this game. It's sent around the boards in the Belarus zone and grabbed off by Hinkle. Flip to the line, but not out. Rasmussen in for Olofsson, his shot, and that got blocked. And now Kostitsyn will clear. Belarus trying to get a change in. Right back in for Sorensen, and that got blocked. Snarkarenko blocked it.
Nygren's at the bench. He's standing beside the coaches. Now he's sitting on the boards.
Back in front, it comes for Sorensen, tees it up, and the wrist shot went wide. Korobov gives chase on the far side. Pilot will play it back in behind the net. Under 3 now to go. We'll keep an eye on Riederborn. Played out through center by Protash and played in by Korobov. Turned over and a bouncer in front of the net. And grabbed and held. Komarov gets knocked over and takes exception to that, but couldn't believe his good fortune there for a split second when the puck almost ended up on his stick with the net empty.
Komarov's got a temper. We've seen that in the last game. Sent out front by Protash. It bounces high and then towards the goaltender. Riederborn had to be very alert after it squeaks by him. Spin pass out front from Protash. Komarov gets it, pokes it towards the goalie.
Komarov part of that Omsk championship squad.
He doesn't look like he's a lot of fun to play against.
Nope. Get to the rink angry. This gets dumped in. Lundqvist, 2.5 here in the third on for Freeberg. Freeberg goes cross ice for Kempe. Kempe lets the wrister go, and Riederborn heads to the bench for the extra attacker. And with 2:26 to go, Sweden will go with 6 attackers.
Sweden was shut out last time at the World Championship in 2016 by Canada in the quarterfinals, as Johan Garpenloff is going to spend his time out, draw something out that's different than what they've done so far to get them here without a goal through 31 shots. And Belarus will just continue to sacrifice, get in front of their goaltender, help out, be kind of nasty in front of the net. See if Riederborn stays at the bench. Didn't expect this in this game between these two. Thought Sweden was going to flex their muscles after losing to Denmark in their opener, and it hasn't been there. It's like air out of a balloon.
Yeah, it's been a different game. And Belarus, give them credit. They've been physical. They have slowed Sweden down a bit. And as you mentioned, just very good defensively in their own end of the ice.
They couldn't draw up a better game plan than they've executed so far in this game.
Now, was the key to that to either keep the game even or get the lead?
I think it was staying for as long as you can, but to find a goal early in the third period just really relaxed their whole bench.
Olofsson is after it, gets it back to the blue line. Lundqvist sends it on for Tomarnis. 6 attackers for Sweden. Lindberg back for Tomarnis, on for Victor Olofsson, and back for Tomarnis. Trying to drive that through traffic, and that goes off the stick of Komarov. Olofsson back at the line. Takes the return pass from Tomarnis to the goal line. It goes. Lindberg tried to get it out front, a clearing attempt got blocked by Tomarnis. Back for Olofsson, back for Tomarnis. Wrist shot deflected in front wide. Race to the far side boards, and Jeff Platt will get there first and backhanded down the ice.
No one happier than Falkowski, who had the puck, the rebound from his own goaltender, and then went to flip it out, and it was kept in by Tomarnis.
Tomarnis will drop. Sorensen drives this one in around the boards. Rasmussen is after it, lifts the stick, and that allows the puck to get back to the line for Lundqvist. He'll take the return pass from Pudas, near side Sorensen, and that is off the stick of Hinkle. Hinkle gets his stick in the passing lane. Does end up on the stick of Sorensen. Sorensen back to the line for Lundqvist, back for Sorensen. Sorensen to the goal line for Kempe. Kempe not enough on that pass. Don't think he realized that Sorensen had moved. And now an icing call against Belarus.
Perret had it, put it off the boards harder than he wanted to. And now Belarus will spend their timeout. Mikhail Zakharov will bring his troops together. 56 seconds in this hockey game left for them to continue to defend.
And of course, different rules in the IIHF. In the NHL, you cannot call a timeout after an icing call.
That's a good point.
So Zakharov will draw up a defensive play on the bases. If Sweden wins the faceoff, this is what we do. If we win the faceoff, this is what we do.
I think it's as simple as keep doing what we've been doing. Let me write it out for you. Don't chase, block shots.
You know, that's a good point. That's the one thing they've not done in this game. They haven't chased.
Right.
They've maintained their position in the defensive zone, as you mentioned earlier, and it's been very effective.
Yep. Number 1, don't chase. Number 2, block shots. Number 3, see 1 and 2.
56 seconds. And there will be some elation on that Belarus bench. Sharangovich into the faceoff with Par Lindholm, and Sharangovich wins it, but they can't clear. Lundqvist sends it back in behind Ricard Raquel, tried to knock it down. Comes around the boards. Back to the blue line it goes. Tomernes for Olofsson, shot and a save made. And we'll get another face-off.
That's the one-timer they were looking for from Olofsson. But Danny Taylor was aware, got across. I mean, it sounds repetitive. He's in the shooting lane already. Takes it off the chest protector. That's a great feeling by a goaltender when it hits you square in the chest. And the concentration to make sure it doesn't bounce off. Falls into the glove. Taylor has been a picture of calm in this game.
It's a British goalie that has played very well. Saw another performance earlier today by a British netminder that was very well. Shot from the line, that got blocked. Lundqvist goes in after it. Falkowski trying to block it on the boards. Chip back to the line for Lundqvist. Lundqvist comes cross ice. Olofsson tried to go back to the middle. Back to the line for Lundqvist. Tomernes, Olofsson, one last chance. Tomernes needs to get it to the net. Does. It goes wide. And Belarus, for the first time ever in World Championship play, will defeat Sweden.
It's happened before at the Olympics, and it happens here at the World Championship. Belarus, just a gutsy effort, keyed on by their goaltender, and a worker bee attitude to take the 1-0 win.
So Johan Garpenlov sees his team drop to 0-2.
Shots on goal in the third period.
And Belarus, after an opening game loss, there's the smiles. And so deserved. Snarkarenko with a little wave to all the fans. And the only goal coming 33 seconds into the third period, German Nestorov from Stefanovic and Lopachuk.
Well, you can play that way if you keep it close. It's hard to defend. If you're down a couple of goals, you have to stray from your style. But Belarus stuck to it, played for one another.
Of Team Sweden. Number 27, Nils Lundqvist.
So Nils Lundqvist, the young defenseman, is the player of the game for Sweden. 20 years of age. He's played in Luleå.
Best player of Team Belarus. Number 31, Danny Taylor.
Yeah, that's the
Not a
right call.
surprise.
No. Fantastic goaltending. A clinic, if you will.
And now the Belarus national anthem. One more game to go on triple header Sunday. It'll be Denmark and Switzerland. Over in the other rink, it'll be Canada and the United States.
Nākošā 2021. gada pasaules hokeja čempionāta spēlē Olimpiskajā centrā. Šovakar pulksten 20:15 tiksies Dānijas un Šveices valsts vienības.
The 2021 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship will continue tonight in Olympic Sports Center at 8:15 p.m. with the game Team Denmark against Team Switzerland.
Ты чё, ёпта, Инстаграм всегда. Просто прикол, блядь. Лёха, ты на послематчевую присутствуй, Гера тоже. Я сейчас? Не, сейчас туда, потом еще раз наверх. Гера, Геннадий Ваня. Беги.
Danny, a historic moment for Belarus. For the first time in World Hockey Championship history, you've beaten Sweden. What's this moment like for your team?
Oh, it was huge. It was a disappointing loss the other game, and we were just trying to get back to what makes us good. And our guys did a great job tonight in front of me.
Your coach described you as a stability in the other game when you came in. Tonight, you get a shutout. What's it like between the pipes for you?
I'm just trying to stop the next puck. And, it's nice when things work out like this. Not always does it happen like this, so I'm just going to enjoy today and tonight.
How did things play out in front of you in the game?
I thought they were trying to get a lot of bodies in front of me. They're trying to get pucks through with tips and deflections, so I was just trying my best to see pucks through bodies and screens and legs and whatnot.
You have an interesting story. You're from the UK, but I believe you're trained in Canada. How did it come to be that you're representing Belarus?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a Jason Bourne, you could say. Just the way things happen. You don't really plan it out that way. It's just you play hockey for a living. You enjoy playing, and things work themselves out.
Okay, well, thank you, Jason Bourne.
Thanks.
Ricard, you've started the tournament with 2 losses to teams that normally you would beat. How do you explain this?
Yeah, obviously we're in a uphill battle right now. 2 tough losses for us. We just got to find a way to start winning games here if we want to have a future in this tournament.
What's the intensity like right now on the team?
I mean, today was we played much better today with more intensity, just like we wanted to. Yesterday was kind of a letdown for all of us, but obviously tough loss. We owned the puck possession for the whole game, but just couldn't find the back of the net.
I was going to say, how do you find the back of the net?
Yeah, I mean, they did a really good job of blocking shots, creating traffic, but we just got to fight through it. It's we just got to find a way. It doesn't matter how, we just got to find a way.
Ricard, one question, and can you answer in Swedish? How disappointing is this loss, and how do you rebound?
Ja, det är en väldig besvikelse. Vi har hårt jobb framför oss nu om vi vill ha en fortsättning i den här turneringen.
Thank you.
Ice hockey is ours. Our endless spirit, our passion, our love. Little by little, the IIHF is bringing the game back. It's time to get back on the ice.
Игра состоит из множества моментов. Каждый момент приближает тебя к выигрышу. Ближе и ближе. Движение за движением. Касание за касанием. Момент за моментом. И победа у тебя в руках.